Hello, makers and planner friends. Let's have a September recap, shall we? Oh, September and so far October have not been kind. Hello, sir. Can you please go lay down? Can you go get in your bed? We'll go over it. Yeah, we'll go over it. Let's not start with this one. Let's start with some things I've been playing with as I gear up for 2025. You may recall that my relationship with my Hobonichi 5-year has been a tumultuous one. I am more out of here than in here for sure. But I started to play. Okay, sir, in the bed. I started to play in September, here and there. Well, I wrote a little, same as I had been doing. But that's not what I want to do for next year. Next year, I don't want it to be journaling because I do that in other places. I want it to be more like a highlight for the day, or like key points of the day and weather so that I can compare. So this was September 1st. So sleep deprived. Blood sugar keeps crashing at night. Deco for fall. That meant my house. I couldn't wait. I'm so into fall this year. I have Halloween already on my front steps. But anyways, so I did that. I want to play with fonts and stickers and color, and we talked before, I want to do media tracking, like books I read and movies I watch and all that goodness in my 5-year moving forward. Next year, I'm a little concerned about it. I got the baby, the A6. And now that I've figured out what I want to do, I'm worried that it's too small. Like, that's so small. Oh, we'll figure it out. But I'm having fun. I stopped because September be Septemberin. But I was having fun, and this seems like it'll be so cool when in 5 years' time I have this full of this sort of cuteness. And then, other stuff over here that I need to figure out, but we're not there yet. So Labor Day. More decorating for fall. No, it's not too early. Catch up in planners, August catch up. Throne of Glass tandem read. And then I finished After I Do, the audiobook. I gave it 4 stars. Worked on rebranding for Chapter 48 Creative. Super fast logo. Like 2-minute logo. It took me like 5 years to do my KA, which when it's your baby, it's so much harder to do a logo for yourself than someone else. So I couldn't care. Right now. I just needed to do something for Chapter 48 Creative, and it's still I haven't touched the website yet. All the things, but priorities. My mica bags arrived. This one is now my purse. They are woman and minority owned, recycled canvas, eco-friendly ink. Mica means dancing flower. Their tagline, making everyday goods delightful. I got the commuter tote and the large pouch. And again, the weather. Hobonichi delivery came super fast. Big bird and a pen. It's effing toasty. Make it stop. Like, it's supposed to be fall and it was 99 degrees. I was so done. YouTube unboxing video. It had 3K views by bedtime. So many comments. I love you guys. I love interacting with you guys. I'm sorry I haven't done a video in like, what has it been? A week and a half? 2 weeks now? I don't even know. I'm sorry. You'll understand shortly. This didn't work. Writing it didn't work. Step away from the Hobonichi site, you gluttonous bee. No, really, stop. Because I just kept looking at it and I kept looking at it. And I'm like, I wanted to get these with my first order, but it was sold out. Or I got frustrated. Or I didn't step away. Anyway, pumpkin cold brew. So it was like my first pumpkin-y, coffee-y thing. It tasted like sugar-free sadness because it was like a Starbucks concentrate I had gotten that was pumpkin-y, but, you know, just the coffee itself had a pumpkin glow about it. I don't know. And I added, I think, some sugar-free pumpkin flavoring. It tasted like sugar-free sadness. Do not recommend. The Coffee Monsters Co. collab with Robert Oster. The inks that she did. So this is Day to Night, and this is Coffee Monster. Carapo pens. Do you know about Carapo pens? They're these, actually. So I filled the 2 sizes that I had. One's like a fine liner and one's kind of like a Furanosuke. It's more brush penny. I don't know. But you can take your fountain pen inks and fill these with your fountain pen inks and use them. So here is the purple one, the Day to Night, and here is the Coffee Monster that I had inked up. So FYI, that's what it is. I just got them on Amazon. They might have 3 different sizes. Carapo pens. Inked up for now. Okay, and then this washi. Have y'all played Match Factory? Yeah, it was a lovely chill day. I played Match Factory for probably half of it. That's their little logo on the app. How to waste an entire day. Match Factory, that's how you waste an entire day. Whew. And then I was still trying to finish the Throne of Glass tandem read, which is Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. They're books, y'all. They're books, and I was bored. So that's why it says agonizing. So why am I reading them? Because I started a book club on Fable, the app. Anybody that wants to pop in there, there's like 150 of us now. It's called the Feral Book Club. And our first mission was to make our way through the, oh my God, Sarah J. Maas. I spaced her first name. Apologies, Ms. Maas. The Sarah J. Maas universe. We already did A Court of All the Things. That one, the Akatars and the things. And I have finished all of the Throne of Glass books, but the book club itself is still working on Kingdom of Ash. I'll talk about why I got done so early in a minute. And then we're going to move forward to Crescent City, which is 3 very chunky books. So November 1st, we're going to start the Crescent City books. Again, it's on Fable. It's super low key. If you want to comment. If you don't, just read along with us, and that's cool too. It's kind of fun though to have some of them are friends I've made through TikTok, book talk, whatever talk. So it's kind of fun to comment on things that have happened with them. And then there's like 140 of them are total strangers. So come on, pop in there if you want to. If you're a book nerd like us. And then I guess that's where I stopped. Oh no. I just didn't fill those in. Congratulations on monetization. Surprise, Lydia. Okay. So I found out this week that thanks to you all, I finally got enough watch hours so that my channel is fully monetized. And so my partner brought over a card and a present for me, which ended up being a congratulatory gift for me reaching the goal of monetization, because he knew that that was just one of the things I wanted to accomplish with the channel. It wasn't like the biggest thing, like building this community and us chatting about nerdy stuff is my ultimate goal, but it was, in there. So he got me a surprise Lydia Dietz because we were about to go see Beetlejuice. So he got me this. He knows I usually, with the exception of Bob Ross and Ted Lasso characters, I usually get females. So he got me Lydia. Oh, she's gonna fall over. She doesn't like to stand up. So that was sweet and unexpected. So here I finished another book. This is the first of the tandem reads. So I finished it. So close to being done with the tandem read. I gave this one 4 stars. Begrudgingly, perhaps. Then we went to see Beetlejuice. Such a what the fuck movie. Which was not a surprise. If you've seen the first one, it's not a surprise that it was what the fuck movie. So Beetlejuice times 2. And it was a cheat day. Now, cheat day off of my current dietary outline. I don't know. But I was sick, y'all. I was real sick. And so I had a hard time even going and doing this day as we had planned. Tickets were already purchased. I'm like, I can try. I'm no quitter. Let's go. And then I had my cheat day as well. But I was real sick. Flu-y, not like COVID-y or a bad cold. It was very flu-like. I would have said it was keto related because of what keto does to me, but like I had chills Friday. I took half Thursday and Friday off because I was ill. And I got real weak on Wednesday all of a sudden, and I powered through and I worked. All of the other stuff that keto has been doing to me, conversation for later. And then Friday I was sitting on the couch trying to read that stupid book, and I got I got the chills super bad. So I checked my temperature and it was fine, but I was unwell. Y'all. So that's the first part of why a lot hasn't happened in September. But I went, darn it, and I had bunk sandwiches and crumble cookies because Crumble, bless their hearts, they had my favorite Tres Leches cake right in time for my cheat day. Yes. So that happened. I don't feel bad about it at all. Not at all. And then I finished that. I gave it 3 stars. Really glad the tandem read is over. And then I also finished this. I have this book, but I was listening to it on audiobook. Everything Kristen Hanna writes is gold for me so far. I'm listening to The Women right now. You guys, if you like historical fiction, Kristen Hanna is magic. I can't say that this was my favorite so far, but I still gave it 5 stars because she's just so good. Like, you feel like you're in it. The Women is about the Vietnam War. And it's just like, oh, it sucks you in. Anyways. And then I think I stopped with much of the doodles and things. Because September. Okay, so that's, in theory, what we're going to strive to do for 2025 and the other, for 5 years. Because it's so fun. So that's that. We're going to do that. Now, my woo-woo. We've talked briefly about my woo-woo. My, what we're calling magic hour, which doesn't really take an hour unless I toss in like 20 minutes of meditation, etc. But I started playing If you also remember, I haven't done it in a long time. And I wanted to get back into it because it just kind of like chills me out before I have to start work. I do it usually first thing in the morning with some water, some coffee, light a candle, put some essential oils on me that are also relaxing. I light some Palo Santo and some white sage, and I get my ohm right. I get my woo-saw activated, and I just chill the F out before I gotta go work and all the things. And it's just a better way to start the day than like a frantic doing any chores or it's just a nice chill way to start the day. Let's leave it at that. So I had gotten the Sterling Ink B6 Slim Horizontal Full Year Common Planner for 2025. And it is going to be for this particular practice of mine. Now, I have not been writing my gratitude down in this test because I plan to put my gratitude in the monthlies. So every day I will write what I'm grateful for right here. Just like one thing, couple things, depending on how much, there's limited space here. I have done that before on a monthly, and it's lovely when it's all filled in with something I'm grateful for every day. It just we focus on the negative so easily, so often. And it's just a nice little reminder that not everything sucks. There is a lot in your day to be happy about, grateful for, things to focus on that are just better than all of the dang negativity in the world, in your life. So one thing, y'all, that you're grateful for, and it can kind of turn your mindset around. That's why I do it. That's part of my little hippie woo-woo. Anyways, and then you get to your weekly, daily, whatever. And so I started to draw this out. How many did she give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is how many squares I gave me. You get your horizontal week here, and then you get a page, and then in the back you get all the pages. So here is where I'm going to do my daily sort of stuff. Let me show you, because I've been mocking this up every day. So it was like meh when I started back up. I just started writing some stuff in here. But then I wanted to be figuring out how the new one was going to work. So I kind of drew out what she's given us, and I date it. This is where I'm writing my angel card pull. There are these little rectangular cards with a word on them. And I pull one every morning, write that here. And then this is a new deck, an oracle deck that I am obsessed with. Obsessed. This illustrator, she also did a book called Floriography. I have it, just not handy. And I didn't even realize it was the same artist until I read this. Yes, Floriography, an illustrated guide to the Victorian language of flowers. And y'all, I just cannot. They're so good. So good. Anyways, so I pull one of these every day. That was today's. And I read in the book about what it means. And I used to write that kind of stuff down. Ain't got time. I was hoping it would help solidify it in my brain. It doesn't. It does not. So I'm not going to write it down. I'm just going to write what card I got, because then I can notice like trends. Watch. The skunk and the magnolia. 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 Like, the cards were clearly trying to tell me something. That card means protection, and I think when you read about it, it's about feeling safe. And if I feel safe, help to ensure others feel safe. And then the book always asks a question like, how can I help someone feel safe? Or it asks two questions. Who makes me feel safe? That kind of, like, it asks you these introspective questions to go along with the theme of your card. Anyways, love them. Love them. And then I have two other tarot. This is an oracle deck. I have two tarot decks here that I alternate between. One of them is because it's new. So I'm just testing that out. It's not my favorite. So I might put it away shortly. But I have several decks. And this other one I have out, let me show you. I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. I enjoy the artwork, the simplicity of the descriptions. I just adore it. Anyways, it's not traditional. Like, it's 8 of needles, which I assume is swords. It does have cups, 5 of seeds, which I believe is pentacles, and then candles, which I think is wands. And then it also calls the page, knight, queen, king, other things. Anyways, they're listener of something. I think that's the queen. Anyways, I adore this deck as well. So I'm sure soon, and for a while, I will just use this deck and that oracle deck every day until I'm ready for a change. Anyway, so that is part of my whoop whoop in the mornings. And then I thought that normally I would, on this side, write affirmations, write my intentions, similar some such stuff that I have done in the past. That's not how it's shaken out, and I don't mind it. I'm not bothered. I like this. I'm just stuff that I get off Pinterest or Instagram or whatever's, putting it in here and collecting it. Same here. Here are some diffuser blends with essential oils that I can do. Here are some things, more things about Mabon, which, if you don't know, is basically the same thing. Here, also known as the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. And then this is the upcoming week. These are stickers from Coffee Monsters Co. Unfortunately, she doesn't have enough for every day, like in a sequence. There's the full moon, there's the new moon, there's the first quarter, etc. But you need several of the in-betweens, and her set isn't all of them. So I have to use multiple sheets to accomplish all of this, which is fine. But I needed alternatives. So I actually got this stamp set quite a long time ago. And this is probably the first time I've used it. And I can just stamp the same stamp for these. Anyways, I put the moon phase, including what it's called, and the percentage of illumination. I know, I'm a nerd. And then I already popped these in for the next week because I had them. So that is what I'm doing presently as a test for when I move into that sterling ink. And then further woo-woo bits will go in the back here. So if I learn about certain crystals, if I learn about, excuse me, certain essential oils or herbs or whatever's, that's going to go in the back. Like for my homework, studying, that stuff will go in the back. That's all I got for that one. And then let's talk about how I've been playing in this A6 that I was not using very much, to be honest. That's my boy, my Dutch putt. So I did a little bit of collage-y bits with some notes, and I really enjoyed that. But again, I'm doing this stuff in multiple places, and it's too much to keep up with. So this kind of stopped. Pen tests. And then the last couple weeks, I just started playing again. Like, how would I use my A6 next year? And I was like, well, what if I just popped in, you know, the massive sticker collection I have, popped some of those in here, just did some highlights of the day so that if I don't have time to be in my 5-year or my cousin or whatever, I have some jotted little notes in here that will help jog my memory to fill out the pages in that one. Same here. Just FYI, this is Planning with K. These might be Sweet Freckle Designs, and that's Coffee Monsters Co. These are Paper Haunt. I think these are Pepper Cut Studio. These are Paper Minty Studio. And then I was like, well, what if I don't chuck all the stickers in here, or I don't have time to set this up in advance and I just start busting out pens and doing this instead? Y'all, FedEx, they on my shit list. Legit. Because of one missing package, my dog... I'll get to it. Anyway, so I've been playing around in here. Miss Maggie Smith. Oh. And then, like, I was lost these days. I was quite lost. And so I just took, you know, bullet points about what happened in the day. Same here. And then I was Octobering. I was trying to pick some colors today for October. Anyway, so I've been playing around in here. And then I was like, well, what if this is more like what I do in my cousin? Because I'm not journaling enough to fill a page of a cousin. So maybe I just journal in here and I do this highlighty stuff in the cousin. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen next year. And then I've been playing around in this Moleskine pocket weekly. I already have another one for 2025. This is going to be where I just write highlights about my dog because I love him to the moon and back. And most people suck. Y'all, I'm sure y'all are lovely. But I love him more than like 99.9% of humans. And would choose to spend all of my time with him over most people. So anyways, he's 10.5 and I love him with all my heart. So I just take some notes like, there is a fly in the house. Dutch is beside himself. He put himself in his kennel to play it safe until I clear the house. Dramatic. I got the fly today. We have returned to baseline crazy doggo. I'm so glad the weather has cooled and we will get to snuggle and read under cozy blankets. More. And then, y'all, for the last week, he has been violently ill. And spoiler alert, he developed pancreatitis because FedEx lost his effing dog food. He's so sick. I have now spent over $1,600 at the vet. Anyway, moving on. And then my health planner has gone to shit because I was sick. And I'm not even sure if I can do keto anymore. Maybe I can do keto adjacent. But the first time I did keto in like 2018, I had issues with it. It's possible it reacted with one of my medications then in some way, or like erythritol breaks me. I'm not sure yet. But I had a hard time then, not as hard as I'm having this time. So I am questioning whether or not keto is exacerbating other issues, or my doctor has me on the Ozempic shot for diabetes, and it makes me nauseous every goddamn day. But she still has me taking it. And now that I've started to do keto, that is so much more intense. And I can't hang. I can't. I did it faithfully for a whole month. So we were beyond keto flu season. And it was just straight up, I'm miserable. I am miserable. And something's got to give. So then I got the flu or whatever on top of that. And I was just like, I got to stop for a little while. I got to stop. I got to reassess. And maybe we're just going to be keto adjacent, which basically means epically low carb. And keeping the eye on all that sugar stuffs and things like that. But real dirty keto, kind of. Anyway, so I haven't done a lot. And like my charts are sad, sick. Charts are, oh, that was not September. Sick, whatever. I stopped glimepiride for a while because keto was treating me real right, too right, trying to kill me at night. And then like not being as strict, it already went up. So I started glimepiride again here, diabetes medication. So I'm still taking that currently as I figure this out. And it's just not cute. And I just barely am trying today to track stuff again. Anyways, we'll see how that plays out. But that hasn't been going well. Let's go to this one now. I have questions for the people who are interested in my covers. As she gets chonky, so you can see she's getting some floof. This kind of sits up, and if I've had it open for a while, it's even more dramatic. Like it'll just open, which is fine for me because I have the closure, which is just squished back here. I have the closure, so I just boop, 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 tie it. It's good. It keeps it closed. No biggie for me. But if I'm going to sell them, I have questions. Does that bother you? That this is going to boop up on you when you close her? It didn't do it so drastically before. And I should put in my fresh Hobonichi to make sure. But, I mean, this is rigid. And I thought that would be a good thing. That we'd want rigid for the cover. But I can put something else in there that's cushiony but not as rigid. What do you guys think? Inquiring minds, tell me about it. Because this doesn't bother me personally. I just don't know what other people think. Because you got this, again, you got your little boop that it'll keep it closed. Anyway, let's go to my September monthly, I guess. It's not that exciting, but let's get up on it. Oh, that's not September, is it? Whatever's the stuff and the things. That didn't happen. Poop. That didn't happen. Sick dog. And I did not want him exploding in my house and me not be here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. That didn't happen. Sick dog. I did do that. I was a good partner that day. Anyway, that's my monthlies. Now let's look at my extra sad weeklies, shall we? Well, I guess September starts here. So I was using my little sticker sheets of, you know, famous artists and such. I was real happy when I stopped another med. You just saw that I started taking it again. A lot of this we just talked about and from my 5-year, the tandem read. I have a plan for my 5-year now. And then sick. So I had set this up at least. And then I didn't use it. Really. So. But wait, it gets worse. Nothing. Oh, wait. Nope, we skipped a nothing. We have 2 nothings. And then 1 very sick doggo. I can't even. But here's the thing. I did make a solid effort to fill the dailies in yesterday, like Friday. Today's Sunday. The last couple days, I did go back and try to fill in blank spots in here. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered, and you know what? It's okay. Life is gonna life. We are not gonna have time. We are gonna have other obligations. We're gonna be sick. We're gonna have other sick creatures to take care of. And this is not gonna be our priority, and that is okay if you have blank stuff. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that because, but it's okay. It's okay. This is blank. It's like a little visual reprieve before you get to dun dun dun, very sick doggo. Yeah. So let's go to the dailies and not talk about those blank pages. Okay, so at the end of every month, I come back here and I put in some photos and stuffs of my very sick dog, in this case. These were some planning with K little beauties that I received this last week, and I chucked them in here. I think that's quite lovely. A little fall vibe. All right, I'm really trying to be... I was very sleep deprived. I think this was because of my blood sugar trying to kill me. I'm really trying to be in my kumbaya era, but today has me nearly choosing violence. There was an old lady in the grocery store parking lot. She almost had me circle back. With her attitude. Just a lot of stupid little things on top of no sleep last night. I'm feisty. And then I did this little My Dopamine menu. When I need to lift me up, when I need, like if I'm overly stressed, in a low mood, and I need a pick me up, these are some things that do that for me. Nature, snuggling my dog, buying flowers, patio time, light some candles, make something art-wise, good music or play my records, make a latte, shopping, usually for stationery, read, YouTube, Instagram, get down that rabbit hole, and meditate. So if I'm feeling super down and I remember that this exists, I can come back here and be like, let me go buy myself some flowers. Let me go do that right quick. That'll make me feel all right. I'm talking about the blood sugar situation, etc., etc. Not sure what to do about keto. The book I finished again. Got the August flip through done. I had filled up tons of empty spaces then as well. These are the bags that I drew over in the 5-year. And some of its packaging stuff. Whew. my speedy delivery of Hobonichi. Cozy Reading Essentials for Fall. This is from this roll from Planning with Kay. I actually will be doing an unboxing of a bunch of stationery orders. I'm just waiting for some other packages to arrive so I can put it all together. And then you can see the stuff I got from Nico Neko Zakaya, Planning with Kay, Album Love Handmade, Nicole Josephine, I think. That still needs to come, etc., etc. Anyways, that'll all be in one video. This is a duplicate, basically, of the inks I got that day. This was when I was, like, partially monetized, not the full meal deal. This is some stuff from an order from Starseed Homestead. Good morning, you magical mother. Now get out there and have a kick-ass week. Holy mother of monetization. So that's the day that I was fully monetized. Big things start small. Sometimes the wisest thing you can do is find a good moment and settle into it. Embrace peace where you find it. Oh boy. Then my partner wanted to talk about potentially living together, and it didn't go great. Did not go great. Autumn essentials, very oversized sweater, cozy blankets, more coffee, fuzzy socks, coffee, pumpkins. Oh, coffee, more coffee, pumpkins. You are not the darkness you endured. You are the light that refused to surrender. Some fall vibins. Didn't work a lot that day. Finished Empire of Storms. Went and saw Beetlejuice. Some highlights of the day, I guess. Finished Tower of Dawn. Slowly starting to feel a little better. I just need to figure out how to not feel nauseated all the time. I did my lettering tips video. Some more fall vibes. Finished this book, The Nightingale. I did a second Hobonichi order. Then we have some blank space. That's all right. That's all right. I like white space. These are some coffee splatters. This stamp from Album Love Handmade, which is part of that stationery haul video that will be coming whenever the rest of the stuff arrives. These are like the end bits of a bunch of different washies that I put in my washi dispenser, the wooden thing that I got from Galen Leather. And this is a bunch of stuff Galen Leather sent, and I just put them all together. Keto Strong went from Keto Strong to Keto Struggle, am I right? And then it says impromptu break from all caps. I just decided, screw it. I cannot do all caps anymore, because it takes too daggone long to fill in my pages when I do all caps. Even though I have better control over my handwriting nerve damage issues, if I do all caps, it takes too goddamn long. So I said screw it, and this is the day that I switched to just writing. But then you'll see it's here and some other places back here because they were filled in later. And I still could not be bothered to be consistent and maintain the all caps that had been happening back here. Anyways, it's like this a few places. So I'm just going to do my normal handwriting and not worry about it. Happiness is a warm blanket, a good book, the gentle glow of autumn light, and the soothing sound of rain against the window. I ordered this cute little, I think it's actually a tiny composition notebook. This is like A7 or something. This account, Li-La-O, L-I.L-A.O. I've followed her on Instagram for a very long time. And they made, it's actually two people, I believe. They made these little cute composition notebooks, redid the cover with their own artwork stuff, so I supported them and got one of them. So this is the stuff that came with that. Soon it will be time to snuggle a buddy, walk through the leaves, read by the fire, eat cider donuts. And then a bunch of cozy images from Pinterest and the Bella Grace magazine. And I zhuzhed them a little bit with a Jelly Roll pen. And all these ghosty photos that are all over the internet, I love them. I love them. A cozy corner by a fireplace and the promise of frost. Also from the Bella Grace magazine. These are from Pinterest. This is Google search. This is when FedEx effed me. He was supposed to get his order of his fancy dog food that he loves and his belly was all accustomed to. My dog has a sensitive stomach, so it's even more important that when you give him a new food, you do the slow transition that every bag of dog food recommends. It is just so much more important for him because he's got a sensitive belly, like his mama, apparently. He's also had cancer twice, and I don't want to F around with this dude's health. FedEx lost his food, gave me Lillian's QVC order because my label came off of the box and attached itself to Lillian's QVC order. And even though I told the driver, I'm like, I don't think this is mine. The box was too big and it wasn't branded with the company's goodness. But I don't think this is mine. She's like, yeah, but your label. I was like, still don't think it's mine. Pretty sure it's Lillian's in Washington. But she still had me take it because my label was on top mostly. I'm like, all right. So I took it. It was not dog food. It was dishes from QVC. So I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do because my dog doesn't have, and it was the first time that he didn't have any leftover food as the new food arrived. So I was effed. I was hoping that because I had been giving him his previous food, just a quarter cup of it, with his meals of this new food he's been on for several months, that it wouldn't go too badly because his tummy's kind of still getting that, right? I was wrong. I was real wrong. And he got sick. And so then I was like, well, shit. I'm going to start making him some chicken and some rice and and apparently eggs are bad for your dog. That's not what the internet says. That's not what the Google told us. But I guess some dogs, he's had eggs before. But apparently my dog got pancreatitis, y'all. He got real bad pancreatitis. And if you don't know, not only can that kill them, it can give them diabetes. It can cause all kinds of problems. So hopefully he doesn't have diabetes now. But he's still sick. I'm still trying to get his guts right. Y'all, it was bad. It was bad. Real bad. I'm going to leave it at that. But his guts was broke. His guts was real broke. And this is actually October stuff, but I took him he had to be at the vet all day on the 1st, all day on the 2nd. They wanted him back on the 3rd, and I vetoed that shit. Because on these 2 days, I already spent $1,600, and they weren't even sure what they were going to do this day, other than keep him on IV again all day. But he was drinking water real well. He finally had started eating consistently. I was finally able to get all of the drugs into him. He was on an antibiotic. He was on a painkiller. He was on anti-nausea medication. My boy, I'm telling y'all, FedEx done fucked up. And they got a very sternly worded correspondence from this girl. Woo! Yeah, they did. Anyway, Dame Maggie Smith. This is some artwork by Lucy Claire Illustration on Instagram. Hello, boy. Now, if you know, you know. but if you don't, this is Robin Williams as Peter Pan. And she played older Wendy, is it in Hook? So that's a little nod to her now being in heaven, if that's your thing, with Robin Williams. And I thought that that was fantastic. And then you have her as, what is it, Lady Grantham, with her feistiness. Never complain, never explain. I just thought they were great little nods to her. And this is another one by her with all of the characters from Harry Potter that have passed away. So this would be Dobby, I guess. Whoever played his voice maybe has died. But those, yeah, you know. Wait, let's go back. Let's admit it. We put made with love on our creations because made with cursing and lots of wine doesn't fit on the label. Accurate. And then I was talking about how Kingdom of Ash has me in a straight up chokehold. I read the crap out of this book all weekend. And I'll tell you why. And this is another reason that 2 weeks of September, I didn't have any time. Beyond being sick, I didn't have time for all this stuff. Because I checked this out on Libby. If you don't know, that is an app that you can link to your library. And you can check out audiobooks and ebooks for free. You only get them for 14 days. And this is a 980-page book. And I have the physical book, but she big. And it's hard to hold. And it's heavy. I didn't wanna. And I read faster on the Kindle. So I wanted to get it done before they took it back from me. And this weekend, chokehold. Straight chokehold. I read like 150 pages each day. So we got that done. So good. Probably my favorite Sarah J. Maas book of all of them that I've read so far, which is freaking, 14, 15 of them now? So good. All right. We worked on cleaning up my dad's shop. Absolute filth and disgustingness. Because nobody's really been in there for years. And, anyways, he's gross. I might be laid back, but I can lean forward real quick. Just ask FedEx. I lean forward real quick. Nature is an alchemist, gathering the last of summer's green. That's from a magazine that I cut out. This is when Dutchie started showing signs of... No. This night, it started, and Sunday was absolute chaos. Both ends, chaos. And I was like, the F. This is when I started cooking for him. Had to cancel on my sister for her birthday. I thought he was getting better on Monday. Psych! No, he wasn't. And then at the vet all day. Like the shit. Yeah, he had an antibiotic injection. I came home with pain meds, nausea meds, antacid, and probiotics. He had this Panaquil medicine shot. That shot alone is $278 with my 20% discount. Anyways, we'll do this next month. But that's September. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of writing because I didn't have time. But I did take bits and pieces I'd collected and chuck them in here. I'm happy. This is from Sterling Ink. Sometimes I wake up and think, maybe I won't have coffee today. And then I laugh and laugh because it's good to tell yourself funny jokes in the morning. All right, y'all. That is September. I guess the rest of when I do October, you'll find out how my little Dutch baby is progressing. But he's still not well. Still not 100%. Much improved, but not back to normal by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, let's just say I might lose my shit before he stops losing his. Okay? I'm gonna cut it. I'm going to go edit this, pop her on up. Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate you guys. Because of you guys, my channel's now monetized. I have really been enjoying making videos way more than I used to. Just because now you're all here. You're all here. And we're chatting and building this feral community of notebook nerds and planner junkies. And I'm loving it. So, I will be back again shortly with, I don't know what, but I'll be back. And hopefully my dog is 100% and that you all have been having a fabulous fall so far and making lots of freaking fantastic memories worth keeping. See you later. I love you.